Morning, it's Amanda. How's it going? Excuse my undressed appearance, but it's because I wanted to do something a bit more body painty today. I haven't really done that many fun looks recently, but I did do one that was like a minty eye in that whole like Instagram on your face trend. So I wanted to do that, and I wanted to bring it all over my body, so I want to do a full look rather than just that one eye. So I am gonna paint the town green. It's also a great way of using products that I don't normally use, which is, as you may have understood, what I'm all about recently. So let me just put up my hair and let's get started. So for my foundation, I'll be using this Illamasqua cream pigment in the shade Bedaub. They don't actually sell this shade anymore, which is unfortunate. I really like the consistency of this product. It's very creamy and easily blendable, but then it sets matte. If you wanted to do something like this, but you don't have a green cream pigment or purple or blue or whatever foundation color you were thinking about using, you can actually mix eyeshadow into a full coverage foundation. So I'm applying this all over my face and blending down my neck, which I don't normally bother doing if I'm wearing a normal foundation. I know that some people love blending their foundation all the way down their neck, but I think that if you're wearing the correct shade, there's really no need to do that as long as you blend along the jawline. So the next step for me is contour. I'm going to be using Mochi from Sugarpill, which looks like it would be the same shade as this minty foundation, but it's just a touch darker. And normally when I do a normal makeup, I would not bother using several shades to contour with. But for something like this, I think it's a great way to get a bit more dimension in your face, to have a lighter base contour and then a deeper contour that you kind of sharpen everything with. I also normally wouldn't contour my collarbones or my nose or anything apart from my cheeks and forehead, but I think when you're doing something that's a bit more artistic like this, you do have to think of yourself more as a painting and think more about dimension than you would have to normally with just normal contour. This is actually a great way to learn more about the dimensions of your face. Because it's such a strange color, you end up looking more at what you're actually doing rather than what you might think you should be doing. It's similar to if you want to learn how to apply lipstick really well, it's great to do that using a black shade, because then all the potential mistakes that you might make will stand out a lot clearer than if you are using a nude lipstick, for example. So anything that can trick your eye into seeing your face in a new way can actually be super helpful for your technique. So for my second contour shade, I'll be using Burst from Illamasqua, which is a deeper teal. With a look like this, you have to think, what kind of hair color would this person have? What kind of eyebrow color would they have? If you're wearing a wig, obviously maybe match your eyebrows to that wig, but I'll be in my normal hair, so I'll go for Dagger by Kat Von D, which is a grey, and just kind of deepen that with a bit of gel liner from Nyx. One thing that I really enjoyed was figuring out what a neutral eye would look like for a person like this. So I will be using the two shades that I used for contour previously, Mochi from Sugarpill and Burst from Illamasqua, and start building what passes for a neutral eye when you are a mint coloured person. So because I want to further deepen that, I'm going to go in with the darkest shade from the Rebel palette from Tilbury. Because this is a girl who likes glitter, I'm gonna go in with this shimmery pigment from Gorgeous Cosmetics in the shade Aqua. And I'll be using a flat brush for that, because I think that's a lot better for shimmers that you're just packing onto the eye. So I still want more dimension to that, so I'm going to take a black eyeshadow and place it just in the very outer corner of my eye. I always think that black is a very last resort when you're doing eyeshadow because it easily takes over and becomes too heavy. But if you've used, say, 3 or 4 shades and you're still not getting the depth that you want, that's when I would personally go in with a black as well. Obviously, a look like this requires a liquid liner. My favorite is this one from NYX. It's just a normal liquid eyeliner. I know that some people struggle a bit with the ones that have a brush, but I think that once you get used to it, it's a lot easier to get a fluid line because you don't have something solid. The brush just always follows your movements. I'll also apply a little bit of black in my waterline, because I think if you leave out your natural waterline, it just breaks the illusion a little bit. And I'll blend that out with more of the Burst, which is the darker contour shade that we were using earlier. As for blusher, you might think that I want to use another mint, but I do not. I want to use the Sparkle Baby palette from Sugarpill, because funnily enough, it has a perfect blusher shade here and a perfect highlight shade here. So I'll be using Hotsy Totsy for my blusher, which is risky, but it will pay off. So eyeshadow can definitely be used for blusher as well, but because blushes are not normally as pigmented as eyeshadows, you want to make sure that you are applying them very sparingly and building them up rather than just going straight in and being like, and thinking that's gonna work. It will not. So I'm applying this very lightly at first. As you can see, that's quite a lot, but I think it adds something really cute and fun to the look. And then I'll go in with a highlighter, which I think I've used this as a highlighter on my normal face as well, but obviously you have to go in quite sparingly if you want to use an eyeshadow as highlighter. But for this look, it's already a lot, so who cares if I'm wearing way too much highlighter? If there is indeed such a thing. Because the cheeks are so pink, I want to bring that in the lips as well and kind of pull this face together a bit. So I'll be using this shade from the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette. It's shade number 10. So I've applied mascara and I'm about to apply some lashes as well. These are from Dagger and I got them in Australia. I've used them for so long. They are so good, even though they were only like $2. We don't have Dagger here in the UK, unfortunately. So when I run out of these lashes, I'm basically gonna have to get someone to traffic them to me. So there you have it. I really enjoyed doing that. So if you enjoyed watching it, please let me know. Halloween is coming up, so I want to do a lot more crazy stuff. It's probably going to involve a lot more blood than this, but yeah, I would love to share that with you. So yeah, bye.